it's still winter in Newfoundland in April. I went through running through snow about 5 or 6 times. It was very cold. In terms of weather, that was one of the problems. Another thing about Newfoundland was it was a very barren country. In terms of scenery, the only nice scenery is on the ocean. Other than that, you know, the poor old trees there have trouble growing. But one thing about Newfoundland I really liked was the people. The people there were just, you know, fantastic and so friendly. Right from St. John's to Port au Basque.
I was the first to sign the Terry Fox story just a couple days after he left Newfoundland, St. John's, about April 15th or 16th. I was writing for the Toronto Star. And we tracked him down about 90 miles out of St. John's and asked if he'd be in touch with us every week as long as he was running.
Nova Scotia, I really enjoyed Cape Breton Island. It was beautiful running down through Cape Breton Island. Along the ocean, I ran down the number 7 highway from Antigonish to Halifax. Prince Edward Island, I really enjoyed. We were only there for a day and a quarter, and it was just a fantastic thing. It was so neat, you know, such a tiny island, and to be able to say I ran through another province so quickly. I really enjoyed the smaller towns in New Brunswick because in those areas, the people were great and supportive.
First time I met Terry, before the run, like early in the morning, he was just like a regular guy. Nothing special, and then when the first time I saw him run, I think it was just like the same feeling everybody else had when they saw Terry run past. It was like overwhelming, you know, like wow. You know, that's not very a descriptive word, but I think that's, there was really no words to describe how you felt.
Okay, well, I'll do a short little speech here before I carry on. I hope you can all understand me. Closer? There? Okay. Tell you shortly why I'm running across Canada and what happened to me. When I was 18 years old in Vancouver, BC, I had a pain develop on the right side of my knee over about a 4 or 5 month period. And one morning I woke up and I couldn't get out of bed, and that day they told me I had a malignant tumor and that I had to have my leg amputated in 4 days. Well, right from the start, it was a terrible shock, but I had encouragement and support from all kinds of people. And so right from the beginning, I took it as a challenge and decided I'd try and do my best and show people what could be done on one leg. And I decided after my 1.5 years of chemotherapy that I'd try and run across Canada and raise as much money as I could for the Canadian Cancer Society and try and help out these people. You know, sometimes I have to run in a lot of pain and I get pretty tired. But I don't feel any pain when I get support like this. You're fabulous, and I'd just like to thank you for that.
The gold medal that Terry wears today was given by the young people from Grand Falls.
Canada was when he was running about 3 miles a day in training. And when he said it, I never thought it was impossible because I knew Terry, and when he said something, he meant it.
His pal, Doug. Doug is really a puzzler. I once wrote that if old friends are golden, Doug is pure platinum. Because I've never met anyone who seems so self-sacrificing and so willing to serve a friend. These people aren't related. The two boys weren't related. Yet there was Doug acting as a parent to him, as a organizer, preparing his meals, making arrangements for interviews, driving the van, waiting patiently. Perhaps he was too self-effacing. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know how he stood it.
Well, we've been good friends for a number of years, and I was a runner myself. And really, there wasn't anybody else available to go, as we were both going to university, and he wanted a close friend of his to go with him. So that's how I guess I got the job.
When I'm running each day, I take one day at a time. When I'm running, I take 1 mile at a time, and I take one corner at a time. Every signpost, I'm looking at it and reaching out for that signpost. Every corner, I'm reaching out, and this is the type of thing I'm thinking of when I'm running. I think of home a lot. I think of running into Vancouver and running into where I'm going to finish on the ocean, and all you got to do is take another step and keep on going.
Cats crave the real meaty taste of Whiskas Temptations.
Right now, I've run 1,766 miles, and one more mile puts me exactly 1/3 of the way, because my route covers 5,300 miles.
And you feel encouraged by that? You feel closer to home?
Yeah, well, I look back, and now 1/3 of it's behind me, and all I have to do is do it 2 more times.
That's right. We're going to be running along Dorchester Street now, right up to the Four Seasons Hotel. Would you like people to come and join us on the run?
Sure, I don't mind people getting out and cheering me on, and, you know, keeping me going, and just having all kinds of support.
There is some requirements, though. You don't want people to get too close to you because you've been tripped a few times, I understand.
Yeah, well, I don't run a normal technique. I have to take an extra hop with my left leg, or my real leg, in order to have time for my artificial leg to come through.
Okay, thank you very much. And Aaron, I'll send it back to you so that you can remind our listeners what the telephone numbers are for pledging for the Cancer Society.
One of the first times I was with Terry was in Eastern Ontario, just after he'd crossed the border from Quebec. And I had to go along with their schedule. So up at 4:30, it's absolutely black outside. The moon is still full and high. We all bundle into the van, drive along a totally deserted road. No one speaks. Absolute silence. The moon is full. Terry is lying on the bed in the back, wrapped in a sleeping bag, almost protected, almost dreading those moments when he has to step out of the van onto the highway. But once he's out there, he's always said that was his favorite time of day. And I suppose I'll never forget standing on that highway, with the moon casting the only light, and Terry running. There's no cars, there's no people. It's a shadow of trees, farms. It's a time he loved.
Well, I think that a lot of people don't exactly know why he's doing it. Like, I know some people have come up to me and said that they think he's running across Canada for himself, but a lot of them don't know that he's doing it for other people. think it's great what he's doing. I mean, helping other people and not sitting around feeling sorry for himself. I'm glad he's my brother.
Introducing a new way to make tea using a time-honored tradition. Loose.
Himself will be running 5,300 miles Bravo, Terry! Nice! You're a hero! Terry, Fox! Almost bawling my eyes out watching it.
Makes you believe in the human race again.
He's an inspiration for everybody, and I'm a proud Canadian on this particular day.
Oh, he's going to make it. He's in Toronto, and he's going to make it all the way to the coast, even now. Yeah. I really feel that he's going to make it. He's really, he's got to make it. That's how I'm as bad as he is now, but really and truly, I just feel he has to make it. If he doesn't, he won't be happy at all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
The way that Terry, so we sort of got the tension of it. We're having to run 26 miles a day was fooling around. And on his birthday, we had all kinds of things planned. We gave him a toilet seat. But the birthday cake, we actually had 2 birthday cakes made. One was the real one, and the other one was a fake one with lots of whipped cream in it. And initially, Darryl was going to hit Terry with it. And we talked about it, and Darryl said, oh, I don't know, you know, Terry might get pretty upset about this. And it was a rough morning that morning. So at the last minute, Darryl decided, well, hey, I better not do it. So I went up the road to Terry, and I said, hey, there's a fake cake there. And I told him exactly what had happened. I said, this time, when we get out, why don't you hit Darryl with it? So that's exactly what happened. We turned the tables on Darryl, and everybody knew what was going to happen except Darryl that time, and the cameraman. For weeks, we had been told that the Montreal River Hill, which is about a 2.5-mile hill, was the backbreaker, that was the killer, and that if you got through northern Ontario, you had it made. And it was like a challenge. He looked forward to it. In the Sioux, they gave him a T-shirt that said, Montreal River, here I come. And on the back says, I got a beat. And you sort of saw the smile on his face, like he was looking forward to it. But the night before, you could feel the tension that, you know, he was going to have to go up that hill tomorrow. And we had some fireworks, and we fooled around on the beach and had a little campfire and just tried to relax everybody. The whole crew, even the guys with the documentary film crew. It was like, again, like the family. Supposed to stop halfway up at his regular rest break, and we're all standing there, and he runs right past the truck, and we all looked at each other like almost in disbelief. What's he doing? And then we jumped in the truck and moved ahead, and I sat at the top of the hill, and just as he got to the top of the hill, I'm sitting on the fender, and he comes up to me, and he's about 10 yards away, and he looks at me, and he said, "Is that it?" I said, that's it. Big smile across his face, and he walked past, or ran past, I'm sorry, and slapped hands. And it was just like, he did it. He did it. We're on our way home.
Hi.
I'm on the way, Jerry. Can you sign a couple of those for me?
Sure. Who do you want me to?
Me, I guess. Phil.
All right.
Phil.
Well, you made it to the top, eh, guy?
Yeah.
I'd like to congratulate you there.
Thank you.
It was a tough goal. We're really proud of you, guy. You got a lot of grit, and we really appreciate seeing a guy like you come through. But
Thanks.
the kids have a few little gifts for you here. I was talking to the fellas last night, and they said that you were talking to him. If you got Montreal River Hill beat, well, you got her beat.
All right.
It's not downhill all the way, but you got the big one beat.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck.
I never thought Terry would not make it. He could run against wind, he could run in snow, he could run when he was exhausted.
For about 2 days, he started saying, there's something wrong, I feel tired. And I said, is it the, we thought it was the leg. Maybe it wasn't snapping back right. He was having to work hard. That's when I think he started to feel tired. Something was wrong, and he didn't know what. And the way Terry was, he wouldn't go to a doctor, so it was impossible to even suggest that to him.
He went in the van on the 20th mile. I never really talked to him because we let Terry have his privacy when he comes in the van for his drink breaks every 2 miles. And just as he started out, he said, I don't know how many more miles I'm gonna run, I'm sick. And he ran 1 more mile and came in the van and said, I want to go see a doctor.
Yesterday I was running, and I had noticed a little bit of hardness in breathing. And near the end of the day, 18 miles, I was coughing and choking and had pain in my neck and my chest. And I did 3 more miles, and I decided I had to go see a doctor. And it was discovered then that originally I had primary cancer in my knee 3.5 years ago. And that the cancer had spread. And now I've got cancer in my lungs. And we got to go home and try and do some more treatment. But all I can say is if there's any way I can get out there again and finish it, I will.
All of you have read in the papers about something that's absolutely courageous. Something that no one has ever done before. A young man who, on one leg, has run further, harder, and longer than anyone else has ever done. He's not a Superman. He's not a bionic man. He's a young man, just like a lot of you, who's come from this area and who's done something that's absolutely outstanding, absolutely courageous. And right now, Terry is on his back. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but he's on his back at the Royal Columbian. And if he needs courage, it's now. If he needs help, it's now. There was one other boy. He was in our first graduating class in the school. He did a lot of the advanced work. He went to towns, told him Terry was coming, did the PR, and also spent time with Terry. He's a graduate of this school. And I'd like you to give a standing ovation to Darrell Fox.
Receive the insignia of a companion of the Order of Canada, à recevoir l'insigne de compagnon de l'Ordre de Canada, Terence Stanley Fox of Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. Terry Fox's courage in embarking on the Marathon of Hope for the benefit of the Canadian Cancer Society has won him the admiration and affection of Canadians from coast to coast. Public interest in his transcontinental run, undertaken in spite of a severe handicap, was widespread from the start. But when he was struck down by a further illness at the halfway mark, strong emotions were aroused. Terry's example has, in turn, given new courage to those across the land who struggle against disease and infirmity. By his disregard for his own pain and by his devotion to a great cause, Terry embodies the motto of the Order of Canada, Desiderantes Meliorum Patriam. They desire a better country.
I'm not a very poetic person, but I call to mind two lines from Edwin Markham's A Conscripted Dream. Brave soul that took the long and painful road and helped create a dream that could not fail. That's you.
It's a long, long road from which there is no return. While we're on the way to there, why not share? My brother. He's my brother.
Who magnified the germs found in soap scum right in her own bathroom.
Lysol Basin Tub and Tile Cleaner is the best at eliminating soap scum and grime. Plus, it kills 99.9% of germs. Life demands Lysol. That's a fact.
When kids' clothes get nasty monster stains, try Advanced Formula Spray and Wash. It saves clothes from the worst stains, even tomato sauce. For unbelievably clean clothes, don't just wash, spray and wash.
I loved playing outdoors. So does my daughter. I use Coppertone Kids Spray to reduce her risk. Every sunburn increases a child's chance of getting skin cancer as an adult. I know, I got it. Not her.
Coppertone, get smart about the sun.
Miserable, itchy hives just about drove me nuts. Now, I've discovered Claritin Hives Relief, so I'm Claritin Clear.
New Claritin Hives Relief, the only non-drowsy over-the-counter medicine specially for itchy hives. Look for it in the first aid section.
This beautiful day without menstrual cramps, bloating, irritability, backaches, or headaches brought to you by Pamprin. Let's see a regular headache medicine do that.
You've never seen anything like this before. Not that. This.
Introducing the new Icy Hot Sleeve. Joint-hugging pain relief with medicine that goes on icy to dull the pain, then gets hot to relax it away.
The new Icy Hot Sleeve. There's never been anything like it.
Life. A patchwork of special moments.
that we keep forever as memories. But life with low back pain is not really living. That's why there's VaxD, a unique life-changing treatment that has helped thousands of people to heal so they can live more memories. VaxD, helping people get back to life.
Call day or night for a free consultation or information.
And good morning. It is 24 minutes past the hour, and we welcome you back. So the times they are a-changing, or maybe not. We're going to take a trip back into time, revisiting the year of Woodstock, Midnight Cowboy, and man's first walk on the moon. It was the summer of '69, a time when teens were experimenting with sex, drugs, and alcohol. 35 years later, how do today's teens compare? Anderson Cooper fills in the generation gap.
1969, what a trip it was. Hippies, drugs, Woodstock, Vietnam. Psychedelic, far out, flower power were some of the expressions of the day. The medley Aquarius Let the Sunshine In by the Fifth Dimension was the #1 single back then. This year, Usher's Yeah has been topping the charts. It's definitely not the age of Aquarius anymore. In 1969, war was something overseas. It seems a lot of teens took the slogan, "Make love, not war," to heart. 35% of girls and 55% of guys had sex by age 18. By 1995, the numbers peaked at 60% and 66%. Now, fewer than half of high school students say they've ever had intercourse. The 60s marked the birth of the pill, but by the end of the decade, it was universally available only to married couples. Only about 1/3 of young women used protection for the first time they had sex, compared with more than 3/4 in the 90s. Alcohol was cool then. 56% of the class of '69 drank at least once a month. It's less cool now. Only 45% of high school students say they tap the bottle. Well, 67's The Graduate made cigarettes sexy, and despite the first ever Surgeon General warnings, 36% of the class of '69 smoked on a daily basis. Only 22% of high school students light up today, but numbers are up for girls. Marijuana was and still is the drug of choice for many young people. 21% of the class of '69 tried pot. That number is nearly double today. As for other top drugs, back then it was LSD and speed. Today, it's inhalants and ecstasy, with more teens experimenting